everyone, and welcome to another episode of Living Well, Uintah Basin, where success is defined by you.
This was a great week. We got to go out to the McCoy Flats trailhead, where Troy Lupko showed us where some of the great mountain biking is located here, just minutes from Vernal. Also, Chris Stewart showed us a simple but really tasty way to cook some steaks up on a barbecue.
It was really good. And on your way, we met up with Jana Pepper, who showed us how you can exercise even with limited time and space.
Well, she calls that the hot pepper method. Lynise, why don't we spin on out of here and get after it, shall we?
Let's do it.
Living Well, Uintah Basin, presented by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Also made possible by Anadarko and Uintah Recreation District. Living Well, Beyond the Couch.
Hello everyone, welcome to Beyond the Couch. We're here at McCoy Flats, and what a long, strange trip it's been to get to here. This trailhead system started out with one dusty trail that linked a couple of cow tracks to a multi-trail system that has just dozens of miles. One of the grandfathers of this trail, and if Troy knows I called him a grandfather, is Troy Lupko. We're gonna go meet with him, talk about the trail systems and about his great love, which is mountain biking. Come with me, you're gonna enjoy this show. Morning, Troy.
Hey Mark, how's it going?
Good, good. Hello everyone, thanks for joining us on the show, Beyond the Couch today with Troy Lupko, one of the slowest riders I've ever been around. Isn't that right, Troy?
Definitely one of the slowest riders.
No, it's not
you've been
true.
around. Absolutely.
Troy and I use this little service called Strava, and it's a GPS, and I'm the bottom end of the barrel and Troy's at the top end, and it's not close, Troy. I looked today on the ride I did, you were at 17 miles an hour average, the next guy was at 14. It's not close. What? How do you do these
I've got secrets. I can't give them all out, but I've got secrets. I didn't say it was legal.
Yeah, you've got, yeah, okay. Well, I don't want to know about it.
Even right? Lance Armstrong had his secrets.
Hey, you
right?
passed every test you've ever taken though, right?
Well, outside of college, yes.
Okay, there we go, outside of college. Well, the reason I had Troy on the show is Troy is a world champion BMX rider, so you've been riding since you were a kid, right?
Man, yeah. The epicenter of my life's pretty much been on the bicycle.
Bicycle, right, that's what you do.
That's what I do.
You're world champion, you left Vernal for a while, you came back and you said, this is what I do and I'm gonna share that love with other people. You've done that through the bike shop.
Yeah, this is our 18th year with the shop and 17th year with helping out with the trail system out here, and it's been a great story. It's been a great labor of love, and it's nice to see everybody being able to come out. And I mean everybody of all abilities having the opportunity to come out and take advantage of what's to offer here.
So you mentioned the trail system. We're here at McCoy Flats. And when I moved here in 1998, there was a couple of dusty trails. And there was 2-track and there was cows all over the place and it wasn't marked. I mean, you had to be really smart to get through the system. And now you've turned it into this BLM recognized, well marked, it's well maintained. And this has really been something that you've worked hard on, put a lot of effort in. You know, I know it's not a solo effort, but you've been in the epicenter.
Yeah, no, and it all started way, like I said, 17 years ago, and with the double track road with a gentleman named Joe Schaefer, local, and with the double track road, and then over the course of just really a lot of labor of love and exploring the area, came back out, and Rich Etchberger and Sean Hawk and the Christophersons have been some great people helpful in getting this going, and now having the BLM on board and having this trail system and its network and being protected and recognized is everything you could possibly ask for, and now it's here for the masses, anybody of all abilities to come and take advantage. It's awesome.
Yeah, you say all abilities, and we're talking about trails, and usually when you think mountain biking, you think massive boulders going over tree roots and just tumbling head over heels because it's so difficult. You can make this trail anything you want, right? A gal that's never really rode mountain bike can come out here and have a great time with her husband, or you can take somebody that's world class and really blaze through this stuff and really challenge yourself, can't you?
Yeah, you can, and we see all abilities and all types of riders coming from all different areas to Vernal just to ride these trails, and from people I know that are competitive cyclists on a professional level at a Wasatch Front, all the way down to the last trail I built out here was Combo, that was built for my son Tyler, who, he comes out and at 7 years old can clean the whole thing, a little nice little 5-mile loop. So it's gauged to everybody, which I think is really cool.
Right, I've seen kids on BMX bikes. I've seen, I've seen it all out here. It's great. Well, why don't you come show me a couple of these sections? We want to show these trails because they're unique. It's not a wide path. It's called a single track. It's 12, 18 inches wide, and it's an incredible ride. I've enjoyed it. It changed my life. I came out here, I was a little out of shape, bought my first bike from Troy, and it's been history ever since. So lead out, we'll go see what these trails look like.
As I like to say all the time, these things will make you giggle.
They will make you giggle. Well, Troy, what a great day for a ride. Thanks for having me out here today.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was incredible. Oh, let's see.
Let's do that again.
We're all mixed up on our handshakes. That's because I'm white and uncoordinated. That doesn't mean I can't ride a bike. Doesn't mean you can't come out here and enjoy these trails. They're in great shape. If you're at all hesitant, come down and talk to Troy and the guys at Altitude Cycle. They will make you comfortable and you'll have a great time riding. It certainly changed my life. And I want to thank you and everyone that's worked on these trails. Any parting words for the folks back home?
Hey, come on out and ride. Like I said before, it'll make you giggle. And if you need direction, we got trail guides in the shop, so just stop on in.
All right, thanks a lot. Bye, Mom. See you guys later. Until next time, live well, Uintah Basin.
Living well, dish by dish.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dish by Dish. It's springtime, and you know what that means. It's time to roll out the barbecues and do some grilling. With me is Chris Stewart. Chris grew up in Vernal, and I've had his steaks. They are tasty, so we've decided to bring him on the show. Welcome, Chris.
Good to see you, Mark. Good to be back here in the basin.
I know you moved to the big city, and you've picked up some grilling tips out there, haven't you?
I indeed have. It's always good to come back here to the basin and have a good old steak with a good friend.
Oh, yeah, great. So show us what we've got here. I mean, everyone likes to grill a steak, but I've had Chris's steaks before, and he does it top notch. So I asked him to come on the show and show us his secrets.
All right, everyone out there. I just have a good, nice ribeye, or I like to call them a Delmonico. I always like to pick them up here from good old basin grown, basin made from Don Anderson at Uintah Pack. You know, now we just take it, good steak, and then we're gonna trim the fat off. It'll take a lot quicker than Mark's trimmed the fat off him over since I've known him. So.
Hey, it takes a long time to put that fat on. But tell me why do you get it at, you know, why do you go to a specialty like, you know, Don Anderson's at Uintah Meat?
You know, you just know it's quality, good, homegrown beef. He does a great job on it and getting it your initial meat, nice and fresh. So I always like to take off this end part just because you can see it's thick fat throughout. So just trim that portion. Take that one as well, and then you can look, there's this little strand that we always like to cut off. And I'll show you how to fix this roll up, because that middle section I like to take out too as well here. So it usually will pull out. All right, Mark, so you see how we've cut all that section off, and we just discard that stuff, and then you can make it look like a good steak. Roll it up, go like so. And then I always like to use kosher salt. It just brings out the flavor and the moisture in it a lot better. So you just need to take a little in hand, about so. Sprinkle on each side, make her rub it in good like so. Flip her over, do the same thing. And then all you need to do is let that set at room temperature for probably about 3 or 4 hours and let the salt get in there and bring the moisture out and the flavor, and then you're ready to grill.
Great, and you've prepared some other steaks that have already been salted, right?
Yes, I have indeed.
Do you put anything else on your steak? So, you know.
After we're done, I have a little mixture of garlic, salt, and butter that we'll put on them to make them taste good. So I already have this portion all done up. Grill's been preheated. You want a very hot grill when you do it. So that's how I like my steak. So you take them, as we got the first couple here.
Chris has got the grill at about 500 degrees, and you know, usually I'm trying to manage that temperature. So why do you have it so hot when you get it on there?
Just so it sears in the flavor, sears in all the goodness of the steak.
Okay.
So drop them on. If you want to put the good grill marks, remember to put them first at 10 o'clock, and then when you switch them the first time, you can put them at 2 o'clock, and that'll put the good grill marks all over them. So now you just want to let these set at 10 o'clock for about 2 minutes. All right, Mark, it's been about 2 minutes. Once we put them down and we've kept it on high heat, because we want high heat, remember to sear in the goodness. We're gonna switch all the steaks from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock to put what in them?
Oh, you want to make it look good, right? You want the hash marks in there, right?
So see, we got them right like that. At 10 o'clock, drop them to 2, we're gonna have the other.
Yeah, it's all about presentation. Now, one of the questions I have, Chris, because I have a challenge whenever I cook steaks, and many of you guys out there might have the same problem. You know, it's either still mooing basically, or it's burnt to a crisp. What's the, how do you make it so it's just right for you? I know there's different ways to cook. You know, you got a rare, a medium, you know, well done. What do you do, and how do you judge the time and on the steak?
We see how I've kept them 2 minutes. Well, we're doing 2 minutes at 10, 2 minutes at 2, so 4 minutes on one side. We'll flip them over and do 4 minutes on the other side, and that'll give you my favorite kind of steak as a medium rare, meat to medium. If you want them longer than that, do it 6 minutes per side, 8 minutes per side, and then you can get the steak just how you want it.
Okay, so that helps, because you know I've heard anything from a fork or what this or that, you know, to test, but that's a really easy way to keep track of it.
And when we get them done on the other side, I'll show you how you can touch them with the tongs, and depending on how soft or how hard they are, you can tell them if they're where you like them.
Okay, great.
So let's let them cook for the rest of 2 minutes on this side. All right, Mark, let's take a look at our steaks here, see if they're done. We've kept them 4 minutes on the first side and 4 minutes on the other side, and see how you can go like this and test them to see that they're stiff, they're way too done, but these are nice and just firm.
So they want to have some give. You don't want them to feel like a plate is what you're telling me. Right.
Nice and soft.
Okay.
All right, last, you take my last little mixture of a little teeny bit of garlic cloves that have been smashed up, butter and that sea salt again, and you just take them and butter them up like this. Better than you did your mother-in-law to get Lynise to marry you.
It was my father-in-law I was worried about.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. Well, Chris, this looks delicious. What do you say we go eat? Now let's get everyone together, and we're gonna have some barbecue tonight.
All right, let's set them in.
All right. Nothing like a summer barbecue and spending time with your family. Want to thank Chris Stewart for coming on the show and cooking this delicious steak. Until next time, thanks for joining us on Dish by Dish. Today's health and safety tip recommends that you drink water at regular intervals during the day, and especially when biking or running, to prevent headaches. Dehydration causes muscle contraction, leading to headaches.
Living well, your way.
A lot of times when it comes to exercise, people think they either don't have the time or the space or the equipment needed to do it. But I'm here with Jana Pepper to show you that that's not the case. Jana, you had a baby, what, 4 months ago?
About just over 4 months ago.
And I know this year was horrible with RSV. Going to the gym was probably not an option. You didn't want to put her in the daycare.
I'm a chicken with my babies.
You also have other children, smaller children, so, well, the weather hasn't been good, so exercising outside is not an option. But now I'm sure with babysitting and things like that, it's even harder. So tell us what it is that you do to stay fit.
I tend to do it at home a lot because of the weather and lots of kids, and I like my sleep so I don't wake up real early to get it done. So I have a treadmill here in my house, but you don't need a lot of equipment to be able to get a good workout. I have found apps that have some good workouts on it. I have found Pinterest. Everybody loves Pinterest. So there's so many workouts you can find on Pinterest, and they're really good. I found a lot of them keep your heart rate up, and they keep you going. And my kids, they exercise with me, and it's funny. It's a good laugh because they get there, they try to do the push-ups. I have my 4-year-old that she does push-ups with me, and she's mastered the plank, which she loves and shows everybody. So, but you don't have to have a lot of equipment. I have a few dumbbells, just cheap from Walmart, a pull-up bar, and I use a lot of my body weight, which helps in keeping you fit and keeps my sanity. So
I'm going to take her from you for a minute. I know she's been happy, but I want you to show us. You were talking about you have dumbbells. I think you want to grab those and show them. One of the things that, dumbbells, you can work a lot of things with those dumbbells.
Right, they're just simple dumbbells we got at Walmart, cheap, nothing fancy. You can do a lot of bicep work. You get your biceps, you can do triceps, a lot of different, the basic, you know, over the head lift up. You can do your shoulders, you can do your back. Pretty basic workouts that you can get a good workout with just some basic dumbbells.
And you know, I would think, as crazy as this might sound, if you don't have dumbbells, you could probably even use cans of soup or things like that that you can find in your pantry.
Yep.
So that's a great option.
You can use your baby.
You could use your baby.
They're great and they think it's fun.
And right now we're in your basement. We talked about not a lot of space. We're in an unfinished basement. I know you've even said you've used your hallway. So space really shouldn't be an option.
Right, depending on what my kids are doing, sometimes I just work out upstairs in the hall if they're not wanting to come down or the baby's not cooperating or whatever. I just do it up there, and we do a lot of lunges and squats, and the kids run with me. We run laps around the house.
Well, and what a fun thing to interact with your children too. It keeps them active, but also keeps you staying fit and losing the baby weight that you want to lose and all of that.
Yeah, that's a never-ending process. So.
Now, one of the workouts that you like to use is, I think you told me it's called Nike Fit.
Nike Training Club. It's an app that you can download. I believe it's free, and you download it. Has workouts for if you want to do, you know, muscle toning or cardio, more cardio, or they have little quick workouts, you know, toning your ab, you know, zone workouts that you can do, and they keep your heart rate up. I've, you know, tested to see, you know, they have 30-minute workouts and 45-minute workouts, and they keep your heart rate up, and you're sore after. The next day, I'm sore. I do the workouts and then go try and bath my kids, and I'm shaking. And so they're great workouts, and they're simple. You don't need a lot of equipment, and there's some exercises in there that I, you know, if I don't have the stuff that they have, I modify it. You know, we jump rope, and I pretend I have a jump rope, but you still can get the same workout out of it.
Well, I think the lesson to be learned here is don't let those factors stop you from exercising. Like Jana said, there's so many ways to stay active in your own home. Go online, find stuff on Pinterest, the internet, apps, the free apps. There's always a way to exercise. I want to thank Jana for being with us today and showing us that. And thank you guys for watching us. We want to thank you for joining us today. We want to thank our sponsors and our guests. And also don't forget to like us on Facebook.
And if you'd like to have a trail map of the McCoy Flats area, you can pick up a copy at Altitude Cycle. Thanks everyone for joining us, and until next time, live well, Uintah Basin.
See you next time.
Do I start?
Yeah.
Do I start? And then I like Facebook?
No, I'll do the like Facebook.
You like Facebook?
Yeah.
All right. We had a great time. We want to remind you to like us on Facebook.
Sorry. That was my line.
Oh, what was I supposed to do?
Just need to trim off the fat here, kind of like you've done in the last 10 years.
So why do you get it? Why do you go to Uintah Packing for this? Trim off the fat? What are you talking about?
The equipment necessary to be able to do it. I'm here with Jana Pepper to show you that. We want to thank you for joining us on another episode. We want to thank our...
Didn't you say this trail was going to make me giggle?
How about I'll say that the show, you keep saying also.
Also.
We want to thank our guests and our sponsors. And also as a reminder, we want to...
It's a lot of you.
She's a little girly. Her hair was kind of curly. Went
to my house and da-da-da. Boy, I got to go read.
She went home early.
That's right.